Vlogmas, Day 3, Merry Vlogmas. More investing advice. If you want to get out of debt, and you should, you have to have a plan. You have to stick to the plan, and you have to have a good plan to begin with. So let's think of a plan. There are two plans that I like that work, and we're going to combine them. One is the debt Avalanche, one is the debt Snowball. I want you to do the math on all your debts for the debt Snowball method. I want you to do the math on all your debts for the debt Avalanche method. If there is not a great deal of difference, do whichever one you want to do. But just from the science of it, let's go with it. Math says you do the debt Avalanche first, which is you pay all your minimums, then you put all your extra money into the debt that has the highest interest rate. That is a great plan that will save you the most money. The debt Snowball method says pay all your minimums, then put all your extra money towards the smallest debt, because when you can pay off the smaller debts and you just have a few big debts, you have a sense of accomplishment. You're more likely that you're going to stick with the plan and pay off your debts. So how do we combine them? Well, you have to choose. It's totally up to you. It depends on what your debts are. So if you have a debt that you can pay off in 1 or 2 months with the extra cash that you have, I suggest you pay it off. And you pay off all the ones that are instant gratification. If you can pay it off with the extra money in 1 month, nail it. Just clear that debt out. Just get rid of it. If you have any that you can clean off in 2 months with all your leftover, paying the minimums, all your leftover, if you can pay off a debt in 2 months, then pay off that one next. But then switch to the debt Avalanche method. Pick the debt that has the highest interest rate and put all the extra money towards that debt. That includes the money that you were paying on the minimum of the debts that you paid off. So if you paid off a $100 debt, then the minimum on that would be $15 or whatever it is. That also doesn't become spending money. That increases the amount of money you have to throw at the debts. So then you start hitting the higher interest debts. And they're going to be big debts. Maybe a car, maybe a credit card. It doesn't matter. Because the higher interest rates, if you pay off that money, you're not paying that chunk of interest anymore. So you just keep on grinding and grinding, trying to get down that debt. And it'll be hard. You'll lose motivation. But you will see the few small ones that you've paid off at the first, and that should help keep you going. So you pay off the ones that are easy to pay off, then you pay off the highest interest rate ones. But it's totally up to you. You have to decide what works for you. Also, if you have a student loan, and it's a subsidized student loan, and the government is paying part of that interest, pay that one off last. Whichever one you get the most advantage from, pay last. Usually that'll be the lowest interest rate, but if you have a 5% interest rate on your student loans and you have a 2.9 interest rate on your car, pay off the car. See, that's why we're not going with the strict debt Avalanche. But you want to pay off the one that is not subsidized by the government. So always pay your student loans last. Once again, I'm not an investment advisor or a tax lawyer. You need to do your own research. You need to make your own decisions. And consider it an emergency situation, because debt is not good for you. Debt is not helping you. Cut out the debt, live debt free, then any interest you make in investments is yours to keep. But most people run around doing investments, getting money from investments, but they don't add up how much money they made in interest on the whole year, and then how much they've paid in interest in the whole year. That's why you have to do the math. Figure out all your debts. Write down every bill that you pay, be it cell phone, cable, Starbucks, whatever, and your credit cards and your car and your house and all that. But you need to just take a look at it, because you are paying more in interest than you are earning on investments. So stop investing, pay down your debts, and you're automatically paying yourself. Merry Vlogmas.